Hello, beautiful viewers of ABAKWA Television and the show Arise and Shine. Welcome to yet another edition. Remember, it's that show where we engage you viewers in real-time discussions on current events, lifestyle topics, and societal issues. On the show, you get motivated, you get health tips, you get educated in our learning lab, you get to know more about fashion and style. Most of all, you get to know all that's trending. I am your host, Megan Sibol. We'll be right back in a bit.
Arise.
Welcome back, beautiful viewers. To all of you watching on Facebook, YouTube, kindly share the link. The comment section is always open for your contributions. And of course, you can like the video. Riding on, before we get motivated, here is our topic of discussion. So it says, should women who are healthy and fertile for childbearing choose surrogacy as a means to have children, considering the ethical implications, personal choices, and societal norms? That's the topic of discussion. The number is on your screen. The comment section is open for your contributions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ourselves motivated.
An unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. Fear. Or to simply put it, fear is the belief that God is not with you, you of little faith. You see, the interesting thing about fear is that even though it's like a shadow and accompanies you wherever you go, fear is a choice. Yeah, I said it, fear is a choice. It's a choice between saying yes in the face of opposition when you can't see the rationale, or living with the regret of not trying or remaining crippled with the lies you're too busy buying. And without doing the math, we all already know what the common choice is. Because we walk around like cats who have 9 lives, believing that we could be brave in the next life, but why are we never brave enough for today? We always say tomorrow, and hope by tomorrow fear will be gone, but God tells us tomorrow isn't even promised, and that's where we've all gone wrong. He wants us to be brave today, brave right now. Check this. The voice of fear will always be present in situations where there's an opportunity to be brave. See, even Peter, who walked with the Savior himself, almost said yes to bravery until the waves of fear began to wave at him and he was no longer sure if Jesus was with him anymore. So he sunk and fear won. You of little faith. See, that's how it works. Bravery is simply an exchange of fear for faith. And our faith in Jesus comes with a peace, an inner peace that defies all fears, a peace that confronts, not one that backs up or backs out, but a peace that comes with bravery to say peace, be still, in the face of insecurities, in the face of opposition, in the face of the uncertainties of the deeper places, and saying yes. Yes to standing at the shore, embracing yourself for the exceedingly and abundantly more that we ever so often pray for. And when it comes, going head first into the deepest of the unknowns. This is bravery. Remembering that fear keeps us stuck, but grace whispers freedom. Fear shouts doubt, but grace sings peace. Fear taunts you are alone, but grace declares my name is Emmanuel, and I am always with you. And in the midst of all those fears, grace chants you are not crippled, you are not weak, you are not worthless, you are not inadequate. Grace chants you are brave.
Yes, I'm sure without any fear in your heart again, you have been motivated by that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, riding on today's edition of the show, you have your prophetess Ngashi Sharon, aka Shasha Cutie, aka Princess Positivity Queen, all in her glory to prophesy over us today. You ready for her? Let's find out. Hi, Shasha. Good morning. Why are you blushing?
No, all the names.
On the names. Okay, I've missed you.
Thank you. I missed you too.
Aww.
So beautiful.
With you too. Thank you. So, all right, it's fine. It's fine. I can hear you now, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was a little pause, but we are here to have your prophecies. Can you write them?
Yeah. First, thank you so much.
Okay.
Hello, beautiful viewers of ABAKWA Television. If you are just joining, this is the slot horoscope on the show Arise and Shine, only on ABAKWA Television, streaming from Bamenda, Cameroon. And as you know, whenever you see me, you know your positivity queen is here, the prophetess of the show, to tell you what the zodiac sign or the horoscope has to say for you. And as usual, you know, we always begin with Aries, which says, you will feel energized and more focused on your health today. Embracing your inner fitness freak, a new asset purchase is likely. Stay alert to avoid fraud and keep important documents safe. A piece of good news from a family member will brighten your day. Lucky color brown and lucky number 16. Taurus. You may engage in a social event this evening. Expect some spending. Relationships will improve as misunderstandings clear up. Lovers will enjoy quality time together. Health may be a bit unstable. Take necessary precautions. Lucky color pink and lucky number 23. Gemini. Today may bring instability in both personal and professional areas. A job or relationship might come to an end. Be extra cautious about your children's health. Avoid sarcastic remarks to prevent emotional strain in your relationship. This isn't the best time for a job change. Wait it out. Lucky color blue and lucky number 8. Cancer. Time is shifting in your favor. Love life looks positive and financial conditions may improve. Be cautious with agreements or paperwork. It's a great time to start a business as success is likely. Health also seems stable and supportive today. Lucky color green and lucky number 18. Leo. Employees may come across new opportunities, paving the way to success. Avoid overspending, as finances may feel tight for a few days. Stomach issues may trouble you, so take care of your diet. Romantic decisions made today could shift life in a new direction. Lucky color green and lucky number 2. Vigo. Your personal life is strengthened as you get time to explore new places with your partner. You will feel energetic and enthusiastic throughout the day. Business expansion and overseas opportunities may arise. However, avoid trusting others blindly in financial matters. Lucky color maroon and lucky number 26. Libra. Break free from your monotonous routine today. Negativity may try to weigh you down, and mental pressure could affect your health. Avoid risky investments or business expansions for now, as it's not a favorable financial day. However, good news from your boss by the end of the day could brighten things up. Lucky color black and lucky number 25. Scorpio. The decisions you take today could shape your future significantly, so choose wisely. Your love life shows signs of improvement, and taking some personal time will do you good. Be cautious about placing trust in others. Minor health issues may arise, so take care. Financial growth is on the horizon, especially for those in private jobs. Lucky color pink and lucky number 10. Sagittarius. It's a favorable day with new opportunities coming your way.
A heart-to-heart talk with your partner can spark positive changes. Financially, you may rely on temporary fixes for now. Health may need attention and mood swings are likely. But overall, luck is on your side today. Lucky color pink and lucky number 6, Capricorn. It's a good day ahead. Your hard work is set to pay off with positive results. A new project may bring profits, and both health and personal life is promising. Financial growth is likely. Just be cautious with paperwork. A chance encounter with an old acquaintance is also possible. Lucky color white and lucky number 14. Aquarius, your charming personality will open new doors today. Financially, help may come from a close friend. A surprise from family is on the cards. Students might face a hectic day. Be ready for some sudden unexpected changes. Stay calm and adaptable. Lucky color magenta and lucky number 34. And lastly, Pisces, your business is likely to flourish, bringing in good profits. A sudden change may unfold, and legal matters may work in your favor. Health and finances look stable. However, external interference may test your patience. Control your temper to avoid conflicts. Lucky color white and lucky number 17. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how we saw it today on the slot horoscope on the show Arise and Shine from the prophetess of the show. Thanks for staying tuned.
And I'm screaming amen, amen, and amen, and amen.
Because you heard of financial
Oh my, how did you know?
No, immediately I was reading your mind. I was
Like,
like, this is for you.
yes, Aquarius said financially help may come from a friend. Friends of Sibyl, can you show me love? Sharon, thank you very much for always delivering so well. And we, the people of God, together we say amen.
Yeah.
So, Sharon, you know how we do it. You get to go take breakfast. Yeah, I made them for you.
Breakfast is back.
Breakfast is back because you're back. You have grace, you know. Yeah, all this while we've not been having breakfast, but since I knew you were coming, I had to do something for the prophetess.
Anointing.
Yes.
So much anointing, so it's working already.
Of course, I'm giving honor to whom anoints you, right?
So much, I feel honored.
Yeah, so when you come back, we'll have this topic of discussion, which says, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you are already notifying us with your contributions. Now, if you are just tuning in, this is what we are discussing on today's edition of the show. It says, should women who are healthy and fertile for childbearing choose surrogacy as a means to have children, considering the ethical implications, personal choices, and societal norms? The number is on your screen. The comment section is open. You can keep sending in your messages. Now it's a beautiful time for us to take on fashion and style. And when we come back, we will be getting into the learning lab with Mrs. Shinada Williams. So what do we have for you on fashion and style today? You find out.
This is for the women that ask me, am I too young to dress grown? Let's pop up a clip and see what the incomparable Miss Felicia Rashad has to say.
You're young queens. I'm taken aback when I see on a college campus young women dressed in strips of clothing.
They told us if we showed too much skin, we were fast. But if we covered up, we were trying too hard to be grown. So what exactly does dressing like a woman even mean when you're still becoming one? Now, this may not be everyone's reality, but a lot of us grew up watching women women get judged no matter what they wore. Too short, too tight. You're looking for attention. Too tailored, too polished. Who are you trying to impress? So we bounce from looking like little girls or over-sexualized versions of women because no one ever taught us the in-between. But dressing like a grown woman isn't about hiding or exposing. It's about being in alignment with who you are and who you're becoming. It's when you stop dressing for male validation and start dressing for self-respect. It's when you realize sexy doesn't have to scream. Style isn't just fabric, it's energy in motion. That means choosing pieces that feel like you, not the version of you that the internet told you to be. It's owning softness and structure, skin and sophistication, because grown woman style is nuanced. It's layered, just like we are. Show up like the woman you're becoming, even if the world isn't ready for her yet. So dressing like a grown woman isn't about age, cleavage, or curves. It's about clarity, babe. It's when you stop dressing to survive people's opinions and start dressing to match your standards. You're not fast, you're not too much. You're evolving, and your clothes are finally catching up. Bye for now. Toodles.
What else?
Arise.
Welcome back, beautiful viewers of the show Arise and Shine. Now you know what we gave you on fashion and style, right? You're gonna put that to work. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I welcome you into the learning lab, your teacher is here already. But you do not mind telling us where you are watching from, right? So the number is on your screen. The comment section is open. Tell us your name. Tell us where you are watching from. And maybe tell us you love us, because we love you too. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to why we are in the learning lab. Mrs. Schneider Williams, welcome.
Thank you, Sibyl.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm okay. I'm right.
Okay.
So why does your chain have your neck and I don't have one? I mean, why does your chain have your name and I don't have one?
My name. That's because I am very proud of my name, Sibyl.
So the question is, why don't I have one?
Yes, I'm getting there. So because people know how proud I am of my name, they thought it wise to customize my name on this necklace and give it to me as special as I am.
So let's make let's make it very easy.
Yes.
When are you giving me mine? Let me ask it that way so that it's easier for you to respond.
So I need to know if you are very, very proud of your name.
If I'm asking for one, you know now.
Okay, then the deal is sealed.
You guys bear me witness. She said the deal is sealed.
Yes, with you guys on my side, I'm sure we're going to do something for our teacher, right? Let us know though. So, Mrs. Schneider Williams,
Yes,
you're here to talk about relevance.
Of course.
We are ready. Notebooks and pens are ready, right? All right, you can write on, but say hello to our people.
I always do. I don't forget our people.
Yes.
Hello, viewers of ABAKWA Television. I hope you're in good health today, strong and waxing. And we are yet on another slot on the Learning Lab. And we are doing the fives this time around, and we are continuing with the fives.
We're still on
today.
the fives.
Yes. Last time we were here, we were talking about something, and in the course of it, I mentioned the fact that you must remain relevant in everything that you're doing. We mentioned that your goals must be relevant, and in everything that you do as you advance, you must remain relevant to your society, to your community, and especially to the consumers of the services or the products which you are offering. And I know that many of you went back with that question: how do I remain relevant? What are the things that I could do to stay relevant? And today I'm here to answer them. So I'm going to give us 5 things which you can do to remain relevant. Here we go. Number 1, you have to engage in lifelong learning.
Lifelong learning.
You know the saying, learning never ends.
Yes.
It comes in order. For you to stay relevant, you must keep learning. Get new courses. Go to school if you should. Keep on learning in one way or the other. We're already talking the other time. Attend workshops. any avenue which is an avenue for you to learn and get better at your skill or at what you do, make use of it, because it's only in the process of continuous learning that you upgrade the skill which you have. Once you stop learning, they say you start dying. So learning has to be an ongoing process. Throughout your life, you are supposed to be learning. I have a problem with a lot of us sometimes because basically we don't use our phones to do the things which should keep us relevant. Most of the times we use our phones to watch people who are making themselves relevant.
Wow.
But now it should be the other way. I'm not saying that we should not watch those who are making themselves relevant, because it's probably from them too we are learning and we are getting our own relevance.
Yes.
But we should also be able to invest in those things that are able to build our capacity and make us better. When you get comfortable, you're heading towards death, or you're heading towards irrelevance. Somebody who knows that the society is always evolving never gets comfortable with a certain level of knowledge or skills. You keep building, you keep trying to learn more. For example, there is AI now, and I believe that, I strongly believe that a lot of people are using AI wrongly. Why do I say so? AI is rather supposed to enhance you and make you get better.
Yes.
But instead, lazy people just depend on AI to do everything for them. And if AI goes today, bam, you really see how dull a lot of us are. Dull in quotes. I'm not saying that we are dull, but I'm saying that a lot of us rely so much on it that we probably are not able to use our own intelligence. You see somebody who wants to send a message, wants to write and do a write-up, you just go to AI, you type whatever AI gives you, you're gone. But I think that the best way or the easier way to learn is to put up something yourself. Then maybe you send it to AI to make it look better. That way, when you're reading what AI is giving you, you're able to compare with what you have done, and you are able to learn. It makes you better, actually.
That's wise.
Yeah. But when everything you need, you just type and you get the answer, automated, you get the answer. Trust me, to a certain extent, you're not growing.
You are not.
Because most people, when they just get it like that and they submit wherever they want to submit, they don't even take time to go back and read what they have submitted, or to try to understand what AI is doing differently from what they can do. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is that you have to be learning. You have to engage in a lifelong learning. You learn until the end. You just have to keep learning. The second thing is that you have to be adaptable. So we're talking about adaptability and flexibility. Now, let me put it this way. Rigidity is a killer of relevance.
You might want to explain rigidity.
I'm coming to that already. So you see somebody who has a stereotyped mind about the way that something should be done. It has to be done this way. Any other person who brings any other idea or opinion, you discard it. And you think that it is that way that you know that is the right way. Have you heard these people who say that our parents did it that way, it worked for them, and so we must do it that way because it has to remain that way? In some context, it could be right, but in the context of relevance, relevance with respect to professionalism or skill growth, it could not always be relevant. Why? Because times are evolving, things are changing. You cannot keep doing the same thing. Okay, just imagine, since you want to stick to what your parents did, parents sent messages through the post office. Why do you use the Android phone, for example? Things have evolved, new ways have come for communication, and you need to adapt to them. So there is a lot happening now that requires flexibility. You need to be open to change.
Open to change.
You need to be open to new ideas.
Yes,
I'm talking especially to those who are probably in managerial positions or who have people under them. It's very common with them that most of the times we disregard the ideas of the people who are under us in the ladder. But that's to me, it's a killer for a leadership quality, because everybody's suggestion should be something you should look into. I'm not saying that they must be taken, but you should at least have the time to analyze it, to think from the perspective of that other person and see if it works. Okay, and it goes with everything. Sometimes ask for people's suggestions about things. Okay, so I want to wear this outfit with this bag. What do you think about it? I'm using an example. I'm not saying it's professional, but I'm just trying to use an example to demonstrate how rigid some of us are.
Yeah.
Another person will just say, no, this is how I've been doing it. This is how I'm going to do it. This is how it's going to remain. No, that's not a way. If you want to remain relevant, you must be open to change.
You must be open
you
to
must
change.
be flexible to adapt to situations and to persons. In the project management field, for example, we always say a project cannot be rigid. And that's why even when I was talking about you drawing your life plans, your objectives and your goals, I mentioned that there is always room for change.
There is.
Yes. So sometimes you could be trying off something and you realize that it's not really giving the results that you expect. There is room for you to think out of the box and say, no, if this is not giving, maybe I should try this. It could give me better results. That's flexibility.
Yeah.
So for you to remain relevant, you must be open to change. You must be flexible to change. Number 3, you have to create and keep relationships. We are going back to where we were last time.
Relationships, yeah.
Relationships are a stepping stone for growth.
Yeah.
Now, if you have these relationships with people who have different ideas, especially people who are working in the same line with you, it's always easy for you to go back to them and see what's working for them, probably, which is not working for you, or what they are doing better, which you're not doing, or get ideas from them that can make things get better. But if you're that person who thinks that you're an island, you can do everything alone, you can survive alone, trust me, life was not meant to be that way. There is no way that you survive without another person. Basic food you eat, you buy from the market from another person. To show you that life is just a process of dependency. And that if you don't create the right relationships or you don't keep the right relationships, you could get stuck at one point in time. And you probably have nobody to turn to, because the relationships which you could permit you to have the advice or the counsel you need at that point in time, you probably didn't manage them well and you lost them.
Okay.
So if you have to keep relevant, if you have to remain relevant, you must learn, first of all, to create those relationships.
Create them.
Then secondly, to keep them.
To keep them.
For some people, creating is very easy, but to keep the relationships,
maintaining it
is a whole ball game.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know, I used to be like that at one point in time where I create relationships I'm very easy to create the relationships.
Yeah.
But just that idea that you have to go back probably from time to time, I just need to call and check on you, just to keep those strings attached. It was always a problem to me, but I realized that it was necessary.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation where you've spent maybe 6 months without talking to somebody and bam, today you need that person? And the first thing that runs to your mind is, ooh, I've not spoken to this person for over 6 months.
Where
and
do I start from?
Yes, the first time I'm thinking to get to his or her inbox is because I need a favor.
Yeah, you need
something. You yourself, you don't feel comfortable to get to that person. And you're probably stranded because you don't even know how to start it.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody like me, I don't have any problem with it personally. I just know that everybody is busy dealing with something. And sometimes you could forget me and you write me anytime. If I could do what I can do to help you at that point in time, I do. But everybody is not the same. Some people want that you keep that relationship with them. Some people feel like you're using them.
Yeah.
If I could use that word, if you're not keeping the relationship with them. So I think that at a certain point, it's about knowing the kind of people you have around you, knowing their values, knowing their different character traits, so that you know how to keep the strings attached with them. Okay. So you have to learn how to create relationships and keep them. Point number 4, you must listen, observe, and learn.
Listen, observe, and learn.
Yes. There is this thing called informal education.
Okay.
Now, we've been talking so much about the learning from books, the learning from mentors, the learning from people around us that we ask questions to. But there is this other part of learning which is informal, and it's just about listening to people around you.
Observing.
Maybe, observing them. You're passing in the market and let's say you're a business person, you sell shoes, and you realize that you've gone through maybe 1-2 groups of young people sitting together and they're talking about a particular kind of shoe. It already tells you that for me to keep relevant in this shoes business, I need to add this particular kind of shoe to my business. You've not formally gone to ask them what they want.
You haven't,
right?
yeah.
But you've been able to observe and see what they want. Sometimes you don't even need to hear. You're walking on the street and you discover that the 5 minutes work that you have taken, you have seen a particular style of outfits that a lot of girls are wearing, and maybe you see everybody wearing baggy jeans, baggy jeans.
That's what's trending
You
for the
already
moment.
understand that that's what's trending for the moment.
Yeah.
You pick it up because that's what is relevant at that time.
Yes.
And you want to remain relevant. Another way is through criticism.
Okay.
I know a lot of us hate criticism, and the criticism is not always positive. There are people who really come at you hard with no positive intentions.
Yeah.
Okay.
No sugarcoating.
No. But criticism is criticism. And I always say that in the midst of criticism, you should be able to pick out what's relevant for you. Work on it so that you remain relevant at the same time.
Yeah.
So you have to be, as somebody who intends to remain relevant, you must have an approachable dynamic towards criticism.
Okay, have a teachable spirit per se.
Yes, in another way. Because you see some people that immediately you criticize them, they get angry. You're not ready to stay relevant. Because one thing I've noticed about anger is once anger sets in, there's no learning. In 80% of the cases, when you already get angry, there's no learning. When you already start thinking that somebody's saying something because the person hates you or has something against you, there is no learning.
Yeah.
So most of the time, communication gaps come because people already have preconceived minds about what the other person is trying to say. So I think it's just about looking into what that person is saying and trying to identify what's relevant for you.
Yes.
What you need to work on, what can make you better.
Yeah.
And then you stick to it. So the aspect of criticism is very common. Most of the times, even you don't expect criticism only from the people you know. Remember, your mentor is somebody you know, your friend is somebody you know, your colleague is somebody you know, your teacher is somebody you know.
Yeah.
But let's say you're walking on the street and okay, I had this experience the other day with a girl, and it shows that they were contracted to do publicity for a new school that was just opened. And she came and met us in a gathering. And after she spoke, she said she wanted to collect our contacts and our names. And I asked her a question. Why do you want to collect our contacts and our names? She said, I just want to collect them to go and give you the office so that they can call you. I said, no. You have sold your product or you have sold your services.
Yeah.
You are supposed to instead give me your contact so that if I go and I need your services, I call you, not you taking my contact. And she started arguing. She started trying to defend herself and all that. I said, listen, I've been in this field that you're trying to do now for over 7 years. So I have the experience and I know why you're taking the numbers and the names.
Yeah.
So I'm not asking because I don't know. But this is the right thing you should say. You're taking it because you have to go and present it as proof that you have actually done your work and you have met these people in the field. So you're not actually taking these numbers because you want to call. You're taking these numbers because you need to justify your payments.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, that's not it, madam. And she continued talking. And finally, I just sat and I was looking at her. I'm like, merde.
This girl
never grow in what she's doing. And it's another person who had to stop her and tell her that, you see this woman sitting here. Because I was distributing some books there. At the time she came, I was actually doing the same kind of work she was doing.
Okay.
I was actually having an educative session with that group of boys.
Okay.
So it's one of them who stopped her and said, do you see this book we are holding? She said, yes. He said, is this madam who gave us the books? And she's here like that. She met us. She's actually educating us. So if she's talking to you, she's talking out of experience. And that's when the girl smiled and she was like, I'm sorry, ma. It shows that you're my senior in the field. And I'm like, no. You don't listen to me because I'm your senior in the field.
Yeah.
You just accept critique and then you move on. Sometimes you even meet people who are saying things that are off. But you don't argue with them. You look for a polite way to cut the discussion, but make them feel understood.
I get it.
All right. So I'm just quoting this to say that we must be open to criticism. And sometimes even the way you react to it could even make people not to want your product or your services. So you have to be sensitive to information in
Yeah.
order to remain relevant. And that's why I said, listen,
Observe and learn.
Because sometimes even in the course of communication, there is non-verbal communication.
Okay.
Somebody could be saying a lot but not actually speaking the words. Based on the person's observations, you can know whether what you're saying is even making sense to that person.
Yeah.
You can analyze what you're actually doing and you can learn how to make it better. You can use different dynamics while communicating the same information and see the one that catches the audience better. For example, if you're a public speaker, so if you start speaking and you realize that the hall is cold, you don't continue because you have created a particular line. It goes back to not being rigid.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You look for a way to engage the people you're talking to into what you were trying to say. So where were we? I think that was number 4. And number 5 is that you have to keep using what you are learning.
Keep using it.
That's how you remain relevant. You must keep using what you are learning. I think I've spoken abreast about the fact of using your skills in so many previous editions.
Yeah.
Let me quote an example. It happened just this night and I got up and I was laughing.
Okay.
So I have this friend in the USA and she's opening up a branch of her organization in Yaoundé. And she did a call for interns.
Okay.
And these people came in and dropped their applications and she picked them out. So she drafted their contracts, and in their contracts, she says she's going to be giving 50,000 transportation support. Remember, you're applying as an intern. Okay, it's not a job, an intern. And one of the interns replied her, and she had to send me the reply. And the person said, "Ma, thank you very much for considering my offer, but let's be serious."
Okay. Okay, that's interesting.
And he took his time to start analyzing it. He said, as an intern, I'm going to be working 8 hours a day. So that's 40 hours in a week. 40 hours times 5 days equals to this number of hours.
Wow.
This number of hours in 1 week times 1 month, 30 days is equals to this number of hours. If I divide this number of hours by the 50,000 you are giving me, it means that you are going to be paying me 900 and something francs per hour. Ma, it should be considered that this is going to involve my feeding and my transportation. Please kindly reconsider.
Okay.
To me, I'm like, you're even sending this thing to me. It means that they even hurt you. Because these are the kind of things that I will not read. When I get the first lines, I thrash it immediately because you don't even know what you are doing.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're coming in as an intern, which means that you're coming to build your skills. And I am motivating you to build your skills.
Yeah.
And you are questioning how much I am motivating you. So you see, it's even better if you're telling me that, thank you, ma, I appreciate very much. But probably considering my distance, the distance from where I live to work, maybe the 50,000 will not be able to take my transport. Please, can you add something to it? That's a very different ball game. But that guy did maths. I saw maths. Okay, so you're going in for internship, and then you already have that mindset, and I think it's the mindset that disturbs a lot of Cameroon young people.
Okay.
Cameroonians or young people in Cameroon have a problem with volunteering and internship.
Okay.
You see somebody who studies in school, and even the internship they give in school, you'll be shocked that many of these young people don't go for internships.
Oh, wow.
They go to places and pay for people to sign their internship reports, and they go and submit in school. And when they are done with school, they sit in the house and they are sending their CVs for work applications and waiting for somebody to call you. So when I was talking to this lady friend of mine, one of the things I told her is that, first of all, you don't know his level of competence. Based on his CV, he doesn't have work experience that you can use to say, no, this guy is competent. You don't have that work experience, which means that a wise person should even come, show your skills for maybe a month. I believe that there is a certain level of professionalism that if you show somebody and that person can pay you, that person will willingly do everything they can to pay you. Because truth be told, employers should have conscience. I believe that if an employer sees somebody who is putting in the best and who is delivering, who is giving the output, even if you cannot pay that person, there's some kind of motivation. There's a kind of congratulations you give them. There's a kind of way you relate to the person to show that your skill is valued. And obviously, if it happens that the person gets to a certain position, if employability comes to the picture, you're the first person that employer will employ. Why? Because you have proven yourself. If that employer has an opportunity to see a job opportunity somewhere, you're the first person that employer will recommend, for example, if you're on internship, because that person knows what you can deliver. But you're already asking for a pay package when you have not shown what you have. Sometimes it's better you just work for a month and then you present it back now. So this is the work I have done this month. I believe that at least I've shown you what I can do. And I am pleading that you increase, you add something to the stipend which you are giving me. It makes more sense. So I don't want to go there. There are a lot of these stories out there. But what I'm indulging the young people is that you need to use your skills in whatever way you can. You need to use your skills. I see people sometimes who drop out from a job without having another job. It's foolish. Where do you keep practicing? Except that maybe you're dropping to fall into what you actually want to do or something. It makes sense. But sometimes it's better to remain there and keep building while hoping. While you're building, you're dropping your CV in other places, right? You're looking for other opportunities. It works. But you don't just sit and you're not using the skill. So you have to use your skill. I hope that these 5 points for today helps us to maintain our relevance in our careers, in our professional life, and of course, in our community. And I'm going to end here for today.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Schneider Williams. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's a quick announcement. In just a few minutes, we are going to be welcoming Nurse Molly Candy from Home Clinic Foundation here to talk health. So stay tuned. I know a lot of you are waiting to see her. You're waiting to hear from her. So don't go anywhere yet. Remember, it is only when I say until next time, choose ABAKWA Television, that you are permitted to blink your eye. So back to Mrs. Schneider Williams. Thank you very much for today's edition.
You're welcome.
You are such an eye-opener, I must say. You are. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you noted all the 5 points that she gave on how to be relevant. I'm trying to come back into my shoes of a good student, so I'll try. The first one was, help me in the comment section.